guys, I'm going to show you how to do an easy pleated mask for children today. First of all, we're going to get started with a 6.5 by a 12-inch sheet of fabric. And before we fold it in half and stitch along the whole edge, we're going to fold in the sides so we can get a nice clean edge. This is going to help keep your fabric from fraying whenever you put your pocket in for the filter. I put my ruler about 1/4 of an inch away from the edge of the fabric, and I pressed the fabric up along the side of the ruler. This will help you get a perfect 1/4 of an inch of a hem. Press it down, and we're going to do a running stitch along that edge. And we're going to do that with the other side as well. I just wanted to say really quick, thank you guys so much for all of the wonderful comments that y'all left me in my last easy pleated mask tutorial. You guys have supported me so much, and you really inspired me to make a new mask tutorial. So here we're pressing down the other edge, and we're going to do a running stitch along the edge here. And here it is. This is what your running stitch should look like with your hemmed edges all the way to the bottom. Don't forget to backstitch. And now with our fabric facing up, we're going to fold it in half, and we will work on our pocket for the filter. So just to show you here, I'm going to line it up against my ruler so you can see it is 6.5 inches wide. And I'm going to mark 2 inches from each edge of the fabric in. And we're going to stitch along those 2 inches. So this will leave a 2.5 inch gap in the middle, and that is going to be your pocket. So here we have it. This is what it should look like after you have your edges sewn. There is a gap in the middle, as you can see. So now you can flip your mask right side out, and we're going to work on the pleats. So here you want to pull your 2 edges apart so that your stitch is going to be the very edge of your seam here. And you can even roll your fabric down with your fingers and really try to find the raw edge there so that you're getting as much fabric into your mask as you can and you're not folding any part of it off. Here I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to make sure that the other side is even and it lines up flush with the first side. So again, you can push the fabric back and make sure that your edge will fall exactly where you stitched. Press it down, and once you have both edges done, we will start our pleats. So to do the pleats, we're going to fold the mask in half and press it down. And then we're going to fold each edge up to that first crease and press those down. Once you have those pressed down, we're going to flip our mask over so that we have 3 creases, and I am pointing to the pocket of our filter here, and that is going to be on the bottom of the mask. So this is where your pocket will be. So to start out, we're going to grab that bottom crease and we're going to pinch it together and pull it down to be about 1/4 of an inch from the edge of your mask. And we're going to press that down. And we're going to do the same with the middle crease. We're going to pinch it together. Pull it down to the edge of the last pleat and press that down. And the last crease, do the same thing, pinch it. And you can feel where the edge of the last pleat was. That's where the edge of your next pleat will go. Press it down. You can flip it over and press it again on the back side just to make sure that your mask is going to lay flat when you're stitching the edges. So a lot of you guys have commented about the fraying of the mask, and here I'm going to fix that with the triangle stitch in our sewing machine. So I'm going to do a triangle stitch on both sides of the mask, and the point of the triangle should go to the outside of the mask. So here it's on setting number 10 for my sewing machine. This is what it looks like. And after it's been stitched, you can see the triangles are going out to the side. And I didn't get the stitch all the way to the edge, which is okay. After you wash it a couple of times, it will probably fray a little bit, but once it frays down to the seam of that stitch, it won't fray any more than that. Okay, so now we're going to fold each end in just like we did in the last tutorial, and we're going to do a running stitch along the edge here. So I'm using about 1/4 of an inch of a fold, and I'm pressing it down and just stitch along the middle of that fold. For people that are experienced with sewing, you are more than welcome to go ahead and add your 5-inch earpieces onto this next step, so you don't have to stitch it twice. But just for tutorial sake, I'm going to show you 2 different steps here. So we're going to fold these edges in 1/4 of an inch, do a running stitch along the edge, and then we'll come back and add the ear loops. So this is what it looks like with the running stitch. So our mask is almost complete. This is where the pocket is. time, we're going to add our ear loops here. So I am using the baby nylon headbands again. I have a couple of these left over from the last tutorial that I made. And you can order these on Amazon, you can order it through walmart.com. Probably any hair supply store will have something similar to this. I'm sure you guys are getting elastic, which is great. It's wonderful to have the original essentials that you need to make a mask, but I will say these baby nylon headbands are so comfortable, and I have to stress the fact that they're just better than plain elastic. So if you can get these, your ears will thank you. So we're cutting at 5 inches here, and then we're going to attach these to the back of the mask. And you want to get them close to the edge of the mask. You don't want them hanging off the edge, but you definitely don't want them in the middle. You want them to be pretty comfortable, so maybe about 1/4 of an inch from the top and the bottom of the mask is where your ear loop should lay. So now we're going to trim all of the extra string here. Make sure that thread is off. And don't forget the 1.5 inches at the top of the mask before the pleats start. That's where your nose should go. Here's the finished piece. We've got our ear loop securely tied on, and our pocket is here at the bottom. So as far as a filter goes, I did a little bit of research here, and best solution that I found for a substitute of a filter is the blue terry towels that you can find in an auto shop. They look like regular paper towels, but they're blue, they're a little bit more dense. What I've read is you layer 2 layers together, and you can cut it to size of your mask and slip it into your pocket and just replace them every time that you use it. So I hope this tutorial really helps you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and again, I hope you guys have a blessed day.